Last we left off, you all stayed in the Wizard of Wines for a somewhat restful night. During watch, you found Adrian Mardikov attempting to escape the building. After stopping him, you were able to explain that you were on his side. He retold the events of the winery being overrun by Strahd and his minions, killing some who would not come willingly, and taking others hostage to make wine for his wedding. Adrian had escaped through the cellar and into the secret room, which is where Ramiz had heard him during the first inspection of the property. In the morning, Radovan transformed into a giant eagle, and you took off, flying north towards what I believe was Rictavio's tower. Is that still the plan?
I think so.
Alrighty. Pull up my...
Because we were going to backtrack over to the other city.
Yeah, after we dropped off the
Look for
skull.
some... Yeah, we already dropped off the skull.
Yeah.
No, that's done. We checked that off our list. We're done.
Yes.
Back in
And
the sky.
every
Skull dropped off. Start to.
everybody actually put that boon onto their character sheet for the +1 to hit, or +1 to AC, and then +1 to all saving throws.
Yep, I have that.
Okay.
Don't see it. Yes, I have the +1 to AC, so...
Yeah, because I think yours is 23 now or something stupid.
Just, a little bit.
Alrighty. Taking off. Wait, did you stay in the Wizard of Wine? Or didn't you go to Argynvost and then...
We went to Argynvost and then we traveled.
Yeah,
to
Wizard of Wine.
That's right. Okay. My bad.
Yeah,
I wrote my notes down incorrectly.
Radovan flew us there so that we wouldn't have to spend the night. So it's just getting
That's right.
nighttime
It is
as
just
we
getting
get to the
nighttime.
wizard.
Yep.
That's why we decided to stop.
Flying away from Argynvost over the trees. Getting closer, you can see the tower in the distance. You can see, as you approach, seeing Lake Baratok in the background. The water's relatively still, very dark. But you can see dim lights coming from the highest point within the tower. What you would remember as Rictavio's quarters. Eventually, Radovan swoops down and kind of circles around the base. Okay. And settles onto the ground, kind of releasing the two of you from his talons as he gets close, kind of flapping his wings hard to slow himself down enough to where when you drop down just a few feet, you're able to catch your balance before he hovers a little bit further forward and landing, allowing the two of you off his back.
Ride the eagle in desperate measures. Ow.
He looks at you still in his eagle form, kind of his large eagle head swiveling around, and he can't communicate in bird form.
Cannot.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
Does it look like he's trying to communicate at this point? He
Uh,
wants to say something, but obviously lacks the vocal cords for it.
yeah, you can see a little bit of frustration looking around, and he even lets out a couple squawks, and then you can see his head kind of shake, really not wanting to get out of animal form yet.
Then I will cast at first level Speak with Animals, and then I will squawk at him. What's wrong?
Basically, the communication in bird form. He just notifies you that he's going to patrol around, make sure that that's not a trap, just staying up in the air, keep a lookout along the perimeters, knowing that Strahd, even though he said that it was on peace times, still wants to make sure that you weren't followed here.
I will squawk at him. If something along the lines of, if you hear the scratching of an arrow up Rictavio's tower, because I'm going to shoot up at the tower and hope to just graze the tower to create as much noise as possible.
Okay.
Then there's danger down here.
Okay.
And then I'll pat him on the back of the neck.
Okay.
And then I'll go back to the group.
Alrighty. And he takes off to the sky, patrolling around the perimeters of Lake Beartalk.
And then I will explain to everybody else just what happened. Let them know that I spoke to him, and yeah.
This whole bird thing, you're gonna have to start warning us before you do it. It's very unsettling.
I'm just trying to help out in any way I can, so sorry, but I don't just speak bird, just to let you know. I mean, it's just... And at that point, just without coming with anything to say, he's just gonna make his way towards the tower.
Nice conversation.
Coming up to the tower, for at least, I guess, 3 of you, this is a familiar sight. But Ramiz, this is new to you. Stepping up to the tower, looking around, you see what appears to be a door. But there's no hinge. There's no obvious way to enter. You do, however, see some symbols kind of scrawled across the door. Let me see. I mean, you were here. You remember general theme of it.
Player remembers, yeah.
Yeah.
Would Ramiz be able to figure out the puzzle?
He would look at it and be like, "This is some sort of pictogram that I just can't read."
I'll just like watch and I'll do the dance that Panton did.
It's a lot easier than you think.
Yeah.
That's so silly.
I see Anora do these little things, and I'm like, what?
Just trust me. It's you do unfortunately need to do it.
It works.
The door opens
Best not
up.
to ask questions.
The door opens up, and the stone sliding against stone as it's opening inside, and you're met with the familiar lower portion of the tower, large stone golems, and at this very moment, the elevator is in the up position. It is not down on the ground for you to be able to enter.
Was there a lever on the ground floor, or was there like nothing?
Are you asking me, or are you asking your group?
You.
No, there was not.
Okay.
It was like you just step on it, it goes up. You step on it, it goes down, right?
Oh, the Dark Souls elevator. Yeah.
It's a little less. It's a little more complicated than that. There's no button that you need to press on. But basically, if it appears, or if you're thinking about using the elevator or wanting the elevator, the stone golems animate and will lower the elevator to you. And
More
so,
importantly,
yes,
when I see everybody enter, do I see every individual doing the dance? Or do I only see Honora doing the dance and everybody moving in?
it is just one person, at least that anybody described, and that's all you need.
Temperance is not dancing.
Perfect, alright. Then I'm not going to show off my 2 left feet, and I will go into the tower as well.
Alrighty. Let's actually move you to the tower. Where is it at? Whoa. This is old. Holy moly, it's been a while since we've been in here.
Oh, yeah, so you gotta blow the dust off this one.
Yeah, I do. Let's see.
Whoa,
and
wait.
get...
All dark.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's because your token's not on there. Player characters. Who are you? Ramiz.
Am I?
There you go. And then...
I take it the cart does not exist outside there anymore, correct?
No.
Bunch of
No,
ash.
we fun.
Blew it up. A bunch of ash.
You hear the chains of the elevator clunking as the elevator is slowly, very, very slow, coming down to greet you. It takes, I think, like 2 full minutes for it to reach from the top to the bottom. It is a long time. But it is coming down, and from your vantage point, it does appear that it is empty. Eventually, it makes its way all the way down to the ground, and you are able to step on it if you wish. Is your intention to go up to the top?
Can all of us fit on the elevator at once?
I
Yes.
think only a few of us could fit on. Oh, wait, all of us can fit on?
Okay. It is only a few of you, but one of you is really small, and the other one's not even here. So it's, yeah, we'll say for brevity's sake that the 4 of you can make it on. But you are able to get on and start riding to the top. Again, this takes a while. It feels like forever. As you're watching, Anderson, wait, Ramiz has the highest perception, right? Passive?
22.
Yeah, passive 22.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You hear some minor scuffling. It's difficult to pick up due to the loud nature of the stone golems and the chains clanging as they're going through the pulley, pulling you up. But you do hear some footsteps far above, kind of scuttling across the ground, and eventually they stop.
Anderson,
Hmm?
where are we?
Well, this is a tower belonging to a man named Rictavio, or Van Richten, if you know him.
Would I know Van Richten?
Um,
Or Rictavio?
you would not know Rictavio. That is a name that he, an alias that he created while he was here. But a lot of people that are from that, I don't know,
Circle?
yeah, that circle of hunters, or such as yourself and Anderson, you would be familiar with Rictavio, or Van Richten, as a famous vampire hunter.
Did did the footsteps sound like they were getting? Well, I mean, that might be a little too specific, but did it sound like the footsteps were getting further away from the elevator? Like trying to hide somewhere, like in a hurry?
They did sound kind of rushed, and you can even hear like a shh as like something was sliding across the floor. But as far as like direction, whether or not um, it made it outside of the tower, or whether or not, um, yeah, it's difficult to go beyond just the types of noises that you heard.
Okay. There's something up top. Are you sure Octavio Van Richten is here?
Absolutely not, but we won't know until we get up there.
Yeah, hard to say whether or not he decided to stay here, but if you hear something, guess we got to figure out what it is.
We saw lights on, so we already knew that somebody was in here when we came inside.
We'll put an arrow in the bow and just be on my guard.
Just need to wait until we give you the clear, or before you start shooting.
Well, something's up there, but I don't know what. So,
What about the rest of you? Are you readying any sort of action, or are you just patiently waiting till you get to the top?
I guess just I am taking the dodge action. Just
Okay.
like preparing myself for whatever might jump out at me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll see that he gets a little bit tensed up, and I'll take the dodge action as well. I don't want to seem aggressive if it is somebody that we know.
Okay.
Yeah, I think same. Since most of the things I can do are magic, and I can't use that in here.
Fireball, just fireball the entire top of the tower.
The
You
anti-magic
you can't
shower?
do the magic in the
that's why
tower.
Pan hated this tower!
Oh right, this is anti-magic.
Yeah.
No magic available. And
Well, grab a
That's
stick and
good.
start whacking.
got some more daggers, but she wouldn't want to use it.
Alrighty. Eventually, making your way up to what would be. That's not what I wanted. Am I on the wrong layer? I am.
Oh shit, we moved.
Yep. Making it up to the top floor. The elevator comes to a rest. Now silent. You hear the active crackling of fire and wood from the wood burning stove directly to the east. The bed is pristine condition, as good as it can be for the type of quality materials that are used. Made nice and neat. The desk has a few things on it, but at the moment, you don't see anyone.
Van Richten, come out. I'm very interested to meet your company.
Look, we're not here to hurt you. We're friends.
What if it's
We're
not Van
back.
Richten, but maybe his apprentice? What was her name?
Oh, that is a great question.
Esmeralda.
Yeah, I was gonna say Maggie.
Whoa.
Maggie, come on and play!
Eventually, you can hear some quiet footsteps from the scaffolding outside as he climbs back through. You see fingertips grabbing a hold of the stone ledge as you see a open window, and he climbs, and the familiar face of Van Richten, large spectacles, circle spectacles around his eyes, and the slicked back white balding hair.
Put your bow down.
Comes in. I didn't think that I would see many of you again. It's a
Sorry we're
new
gone for
face.
so long.
It's been a journey.
You're missing two of your friends, yes? I don't see them. And you, I've never met you before.
No, but I've heard of you.
Actually, the bird that's outside is also traveling with us.
Like we've said, it's been a journey.
Well, what brings you here then? It is late after all. Are you looking for a place to stay?
That would be very kind of you. We think we're gonna make a stop over the next town over before, hopefully, we finish this.
Are you talking about Valaki then?
No, the other one.
Kresk?
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily call that a town anymore. It's a interesting place to say the least.
Well, we're hopefully it's gonna be interesting in the right way.
May I ask,
With
why are you inquiring into Kresk?
well, um, right now we're hoping to rally as many people as we can to rise up against Strahd to help us defeat him. And Crest was gonna be our first stop.
You can see a look of pondering, just quizzical in nature as he walks over to his desk, pulls out the chair, and sits down. That'll be quite the feat if you're able to rally anyone from that town or abbey or whatever you want to call it. It's more of like the abbot and his followers, or
Yeah,
I'll
that's who we're counting on.
slowly approach Van Richten, and I'll guide him to the window that has the clearest view to the beacon that is lit out of Argynvostholt.
okay.
And I will point out to that, like, you see that light there?
Yes, I felt it. As soon as it went off, I got out of bed and I looked to the window and I saw it. Never seen
did
anything
that.
like it before.
They did that. And that will be the rallying cry for the fall of Strahd. That was an army that has been resisting Strahd for so long, for as long as he has been king of this land. They are sending out a signal, not just to Strahd, but to everybody else in this land, that he does not hold absolute power, that he does not control everything here. For somebody who proclaims that he controls everything, that beacon out there is a sense of hope, a sense of strength, and a sense of his weakness of this land.
He sees you talking,
I will point that.
and he stands up, or I guess he was already next to the window. He turns to you and pats you on the shoulder and casually strolls back to his desk. How long have you been practicing that speech before you got here?
Wish I could say that I've been practicing it.
Let me
Since
tell
the
you
beacon has been lit.
something. I have been here for a long time, and I have studied Strahd more closely than any of you ever could hope. I spent weeks, months inside of that castle. I've been inside of Barovia for years. Now, that beacon, it's wonderful. But what I will say is don't hold all of your faith, all of your Don't put all your eggs in one basket of that beacon and hope that that's going to be enough to sway the tides of battle.
Rictavio, I'm gonna show him the amulet of Ravenkind,
And he looks over at it.
and then I'll draw the sun sword. I was like, our eggs are not in one basket. We have lots of baskets. We've been
This
working
is a
hard.
start.
Those are amazing tools to aid you. Things that I never had, nor did any foe that came before you have as many of these boons as you have now. But make sure that you understand that the real power, as corny as this sounds, it has to come from the belief in yourself. Not that these amulets and swords and beacons are going to save you, because they won't. They can be taken from you. They can be snuffed out. It has to come from within. You have to
That's
know.
what we're trying to do. We're trying to get Barovia to help from within. It's something you've never done. You've never gotten the people to help you. That's why you're alone up here.
The entire town of Barovia, or at least the overwhelming majority of them. Do you know why it doesn't look as nice as Svalich does? Why it's more run down, doesn't have the defenses that Svalich does?
Well, because Strahd was attacking it.
Well,
because they stood up to him, and yes, they might have been punished.
they all
That
died.
doesn't mean you stop. They didn't all die.
The overwhelming majority of them. If you were to see at midnight, once every fortnight, the entire town, ghastly figures patrolling all the way from Barovia up to Castle Ravenloft, through the castle to their fates in the catacombs below. It's a curse. They thought when the Mad Mage came through that they could help. The Mad Mage tried to rally the people, but Mordenkainen was not successful. But you do have tools that he did not.
We have daylight.
Look,
Indeed you do. I'm just
Daylight
saying,
equals hope. That
never.
you are a failure. Rictavia, we know this. You did not succeed. I can only take your word so far because you did not succeed.
I have not fully tried. But what I am saying is don't be overconfident. That is all. The way that you speak to me, as unaccomplished as you are, shows that you have zero respect for anyone or things that I have accomplished. While I have not taken down Strahd, neither have you. It is something that no one has done before. So pardon my over-calculations or making sure that you only get one chance. And if you don't succeed, you die. And you're stuck here forever. So pardon me for wanting to make sure that when I do make my move, that I make it correctly.
You're already stuck here. I think you're being too careful, Rictavio. I think you spent decades being too careful. Yes, we have tools now that you didn't have. You know, we could join forces and actually maybe succeed. I don't think that we're being overconfident. We're just tired of waiting. We returned the skull to Argon Voshold. It's already weakened him. He's not the same Strahd that the Mad Mage fought. The idea is to go to Kresk, go to Vallaki, what's left of Barovia, rally whoever we can. Living in this place is worse than death. And And so I appreciate your caution and your wisdom. But I'm seeing somebody who's already been defeated.
When do you plan to make your valiant strike?
At his wedding, when he's the most vulnerable. When he thinks that he's this close to getting what he wants.
Most vulnerable. Let me ask you, as someone as you yourselves have been to Ravenloft, how many foes did you find when you were inside the castle?
5, maybe?
How many did you see? Not very many, right?
No, not very many.
That's right.
Yeah, probably less than a dozen or so.
Now, let's take a moment to think about a wedding. You're all invited. Guess who else is invited or required to show? All of Strahd's allies.
And all of his enemies.
Not all. But it would be foolish to think that he is going to be most vulnerable at his wedding. But again,
that's why I think it's the perfect time. Because he's gonna think like you. We would be stupid to try now.
Well, and let's put it this way: if we attack him not at his wedding, the gates will be closed to us. At his wedding, we walk right in.
Better
Rictavio,
chance.
when do you think would be the best time to strike then?
you're not going to like this answer, but I'll give it to you anyways. After he's gotten what he wants. His guard would be down. He's achieved his success. He has nothing left to fight for.
What does
And
he want?
what happens to her then?
What if we get a decoy?
Do you know anyone that looks like Arena?
I don't,
No,
but
but I know several
this
people
is
with
this is
magic.
this is what you're hoping to do is it's something that somebody else is already thinking of. Their reason was something completely different. He wanted to gain favor with Strahd. But if you can draw him to your cause, it's still going to be incredibly risky. I don't know where Irene is being held or
Who are
how.
we supposed to grab?
Her name is Irina. That's the only thing Strahd wants.
No. He's talking about somebody
The
else.
ally. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the ally?
You know of the mongrel folk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we were going to Kresk.
Well, there's someone, the abbot. He has been trying to build the perfect flesh golem. He has been trying
what?
to... A flesh golem. Basically, as you see the stone golems that I have in my lower level, they can be enchanted with all sorts of powerful magic. He is an otherworldly being. I have never met anyone quite like him, so if there is anybody that would be able to do it, he would be able to. He has already been trying to... It's a little bit of an unsightly thing, but he's trying to find people that have the features of her.
He's trying to make a replica, a decoy.
He wasn't trying to make a decoy. He was doing this. He's probably already even given up since Strahd has Irina. But he was trying to do it, trying to gain favor of Strahd. by giving him an alternative.
Well, we've made it in and out of Strahd's Manor on 2 separate occasions. And one time he didn't even realize it was us until it was too late.
I don't know if it would be.
What's the name of this man? Is that the abbot?
It's just the abbot. I do not know him by any other name.
It sounds like it's gonna fall together. That's where we were headed, anyways. We'll go talk to him, see what we can do. Maybe he has an idea. Maybe he can help. Can we count on your support as well?
I will be at the wedding. You'll have to fill me in on another plan or what you would expect of me. I can try to hold off some of his allies, or I can assist you in the fight with Strahd when it comes to pass.
I mean, well, we'll have to think about it, but I think we can take down Strahd.
If there's
everyone else,
if there's
that mightn't hold enough.
Sorry. If there's one thing that I know for certain.
Do you think the werewolves will help us as well?
Do I think the werewolves will help?
Especially because we have one in our midst.
I'm pretty sure I saved a meal. I don't know if
I hope
he made
we
it through.
saved a meal.
I don't know if he made it through, but
We tried.
He was with me.
It will probably all depend on whether or not Kirill is still in charge. But
Yeah.
what I was going to say about this flesh golem. You see, being in Barovia for so long, Strahd's only able to feed off of those that still have souls. You understand? And a flesh golem does not. So, his first kiss, if you will, he will be able to know right then that it's not his beloved Tatiana, no matter how good the decoy is.
Good. Then we catch him off guard.
The disappointment will be sweet.
I just want you to go in knowing.
We're ready.
Look, Fenricton, you have to understand. We didn't come this far without taking risks, and this is a huge risk, I know, but I think at this point it has to be taken. We're getting out of here.
We have to get out of here.
And apparently the only way out of here is through that man and his death.
So it is told.
He deserves it.
Maybe he doesn't deserve death. Maybe death would be too convenient.
Well, if that is the case, if it's his death that gets us out of here, I'm fine just killing him.
You don't understand. Keeping him alive suffers the rest of this area. All of these people are also trapped in his curse. Yes, if he was in a box, screaming and not hurting anybody else, sure, I'd be all for it. But he needs to die.
I just don't know if we can kill him.
What do you know that we don't? Why can't he die?
Just to be clear, you did technically learn from the Lich that even though he were to die, even if you did all the proper things, the wooden stake that after a month's time of the mists being gone Strahd would be resurrected and Barovia would succumb to the mists once more, and anybody that was inside. So you could try to pull anybody else that had a soul out, but the mists will return unless you defeat Vampire. So that was information that was shared to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Whether or not Ramiz knows that is a different thing.
I wouldn't, but it's just for such a famed antagonist of this land,
Mm-hmm.
it's like there's got to be something that's propping him up. So you would assume, Ramiz would
How?
assume that Strahd isn't he might be the king of this land, but something is supporting him. What it is,
How?
he has no idea.
How absolutely amazing would it be if we killed him and we did get all of the souls out of Barovia before it popped back up, and then he just sat here and starved?
It would only be... Sorry, let me get back into the character. It would only be a matter of time before additional souls were lured back in, the same manner that you were.
We were helped by people on the inside. We were actually kidnapped. At least that's how I got in here. I don't know about anybody else.
So, again, it'll only be a matter
there's
of time
nobody
before the
inside.
Vistani drag more people back through. The Vistani will always be able to come and go as they please, due to the pact that they have for saving Strahd's life while he was still immortal. So as long as they are able to use the mists as coming and going as they please, they will still find ways to lure more in.
So we need to kill all the Vistani as well. That's a tall order.
What if we brought them to our side?
I don't know, maybe a handful of them might switch sides, but I don't think it'll be all of them.
Look, just one thing at a time first. Let's focus short term.
At this point, Ramiz is probably going to go over to... probably over to this corner over here and just sit down. Just ponder for a minute. 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Van Richten, if you don't mind me asking, where's Esmeralda?
She's getting a lay of the land at the castle. There's a lot more guests there already, some under Strahd's control and others held captive. She is gathering intelligence, so she knows as much as possible at all times. Her goal aligns with yours.
So we can count on her.
You can count on me as well. I still might not agree with your direct path, but you're the most competent bunch that I've seen come through here in quite some time. And if I'm gonna have to put my hat into the ring, as they say, I would rather do it alongside you than continuing to wait for someone else.
All right.
That doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you.
Just nods in your direction. I don't have additional beddings for you to stay, but I can offer you warmth.
Honestly, I'll take anything at this point. Thank you.
Safety. Your anti-magic field helps us regardless if I have to sleep on the floor. I don't mind. We should probably let Radovan know.
Actually, I was just rolling something for Radovan right now. Um, as Radovan had been circling around for quite some time, um, he eventually, the same window that Rictavio had climbed into, um, he eventually comes swooping down in druid form, in his bird form, and right as he hits the anti-magic field, transformed back into Radovan
Nice.
into the window. Just kind of looking around. What did I miss?
Just
Rictavio.
a lot of catching up. This is Rictavio. Rictavio, this is Radovan. I don't know if you've met him.
Radovan kind of nods in his general area. Rictavio does the same. Rictavio looks back to you. Where's the other of your kind?
He's fallen into the darkness.
Best you just don't bring that up.
I was afraid that he was captured. Esmeralda sends back reports through the ravens, and she had made mention of a few of your kind. In a Vistani caravan headed towards Castle Ravenloft.
Few of my there aren't any of my other kind in Barovia.
Just people of your stature, your race.
No, I know that, but we haven't encountered any of my kind in Barovia.
Yes, of course. It's the wedding. He's importing things from all across the Sword Coast.
Did Esmeralda get a description?
She wasn't getting that much into the weeds. There was just a halfling man and woman.
Be anybody. It's not Panton.
And I don't see him here, and I thought that maybe he was captured. But
I
there were
don't believe that he's been captured.
plenty of other people that were also brought in. I don't think that they were kidnapped. They weren't necessarily being mistreated as far as I was told. They were just brought in as more of a catering service.
Well, hopefully we can get them out too, as long as everybody else that's under the illusion that this wedding's gonna happen.
If you could, this is just my own personal request. Try not to interrupt it too soon. It is supposed to be a party, and I haven't seen or been to a ball or anything worth celebrating in quite some time. And while I do still full intend on helping you kill Strahd, I don't think that there's any harm in enjoying ourselves for at least what could potentially be our last breath.
Well, sounds like the plan is to wait for him to offer a kiss to our decor, whoever we get to be that. So you might get your party after all.
I found a book, rather. It was tattered and torn. You see, Strahd, gets rid of virtually any evidence of his brother ever existing outside of the tomb, but I did find
Put
a
my
book.
hand on the hilt of my sword.
And he stops for a moment. Where did you recover such an artifact, if you don't mind my asking?
It was a gift.
From whom?
Amber Temple.
You see his eyes go wide for a moment. Very brave of you to venture into such a place of darkness.
That's where the
Well-
beacon is from. Oh wait, nope, sorry. Argynvost. Never mind.
Well, desperate times call for desperate measures.
We had to get tools to help us in our. You're right. Alone, we can't do this. Without aid, we can't do this. But with the friends we've made, and the waves and the changes we've made in Barovia, and the gifts that we've been given, I think that we can.
Never lose that faith in yourself.
I can't lose. There's no option. I have to get out of here. I have to stop the darkness. I have to go to the Shadowfell.
One place that I will never go.
I'm not asking you to go.
As red as I am, I know the horrors that lie there.
It's my journey, not yours.
Well, if you do happen to defeat Strahd, if we happen to defeat Strahd, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
But I was going to say that the day of the wedding is actually a multi-day event. It is a 3-day long festive. It's quite the spectacle from what I read.
Does the marriage happen on the last day?
Yes. The last morning. Then the festivities happen for the remainder of the night. Before then, the bride and groom escape to make the marriage official. Which is when he will know.
Also, when he will be alone.
2 full days, huh? We'd have the opportunity to find Arena. Talk to her.
Oh, she'll very much be the center of attention. You'll have to
It
be
might be the perfect opportunity to switch him out.
You'll have to be clever.
Will we be able to hold conversations freely? You think we're going to be watched all the time?
I have no doubt that you'll be watched. But as long as you don't do anything to break the peace treaty. Flyers all about Valaki. He's done quite a number there.
So I've heard.
But everybody is at least in good spirits knowing that there will be no more attacks unless provoked.
We won't provoke him
Oh.
before his wedding.
Anyways, I was just
one more question for you. Do you know where Ismark is by chance? You heard of him?
yes,
recently?
I know who Ismark is.
Yeah, recently.
I can't say that I have. Then again, I haven't necessarily kept up with everyone.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right, well, gonna snuff out the candles and attempt to get some rest. I was just finishing writing in my journal and then gonna close my eyes. You're more than
You,
welcome to
want-
stay up here on this floor. I won't make you sleep down in the first floor again. He goes and shuts the window, pulls the curtains closed.
Look, this is real appreciated. Thank you.
It's no problem. And he
Do you
lays
mind if I have a small light in the corner to write before I go to bed? I also enjoy a journal before I rest.
He holds out like a little metal saucer with kind of a finger hole in it with a small candle still dripping with wax that he hadn't snuffed out from his desk after he finished writing. And I suppose one candle
Thank you.
won't keep me awake.
Much appreciated.
He doesn't even take the time to get under the covers, still fully dressed. Lays on top and puts his head on his pillow and closes his eyes. What do the rest of you do?
Temperance is gonna pick a corner and do just like she said she would.
Sitting right with their little candle.
I think Anderson is just gonna kind of stare, at the beacon of light in the distance for just a little bit. Sit down, just kind of contemplate what's happening, and just go to bed without saying a word.
Look, I know we're talking about resting up over here, but do we need to think about pulling rest and keeping watch? Is
You
this
know,
place as strong as you think it is?
Look, the last time we were here, Strahd literally could not get through. So, I do think we're safe. Normally I would agree with you, but here, if we're not safe here, we're not safe anywhere.
So me as the player remembers that there were certain spells that I believe Strahd was able to send through. Bats or something like that caused little nitpickings
God,
and
for the bats.
bits of damage.
Mm-hmm.
However, do I believe Anderson in his saying that Strahd could not get in?
Give me an Arcana check.
Or would it be an insight check against?
He's not like lying though.
Yeah, I don't think that I don't necessarily think that Ramiz is saying, or I guess I should ask you, Ramiz, are you saying you want to question his integrity on whether he's lying, or question whether or not he's properly informed? Maybe he's just, under a false sense of security.
Yeah, the second part more so. I mean, Strahd claims to be the land. Ramiz doesn't know that line specifically, but
Right.
he knows that he owns this land, and could a tower on his land pose such a significant defense if he really wanted it to?
I'm not sure how you got to, but with an 8, it would be hard to tell. Like all of those doubts flood your mind as to whether or not he would actually be able to make it in or not.
Okay.
But you do know that there are some spells that are capable. Whether or not anybody here would be powerful enough to actually cast them is another thing.
Then he will sit by the window, and probably the first hour or so, he'd probably pull back the shade a little bit with the end of the bow just to look outside, but he'd probably fall asleep.
Which window are you looking at? Which direction?
I'm assuming this is a window over here to the northeast, correct?
Yeah, there's basically northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest windows. I mean, there's windows at every possible direction. Okay, so right
That's
there.
probably where I'd camp out for the night and eventually pass out on.
Okay. Uh, give me um. You're looking out the window? So
Just like every now and then, just like pull it back,
okay,
look outside before I actually passed out.
okay, all right. Honora and Anderson, what'd you say you were doing?
I was just kind of staring pensively at that beacon of light in the distance,
Okay.
and just after a while, slink down, maybe just kind of stare blankly at a wall, just in thought, but eventually just go straight to sleep.
What are you thinking about?
Just trying to plan, just thinking about, what we're doing, how realistic is it? Is what Van Richten's saying, like, how right is it? Just all like there's hope, but there's also a lot of doubt, and he's trying to kind of sift through like legitimate doubt and just being overly cautious.
Okay. Honora?
I'm similar. I'm gonna go off into a dark corner and kind of sit and wait quietly, pensively in my own thoughts for the duration, and I'm gonna wait for everyone to fall asleep.
Um, Honora, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
Okay. Radovan will also just fall asleep, I'm sure, somewhere.
Yeah, fuck Radovan.
But, right.
He doesn't get nothing.
Ooh.
Ouch. Spicy.
I'm just kidding. We love you, Radovan.
Are you kidding?
Yes, I absolutely am.
We'd love for him to be here, is what the problem is. We're all salty because he's not here. Try again, Priya, or you still haven't heard anything from him?
I still haven't heard anything. I'm gonna call him when we take a break.
Okay. Just text him, roll a new character.
I need 6, yeah.
okay.
3 6s from you.
You're plagued by a nightmare. In your mind, as you're sleeping, your restless body.
I wasn't going to sleep. Are you talking about me?
Oh, I thought you said you were going. I thought. Oh, maybe I
Going to
misunderstood.
wait until everybody fell asleep.
Oh, okay. My fault.
Oh.
I misunderstood then. Okay. Disregard the Constitution check. Maybe I got it mixed up
Oh,
with
no,
you
no.
saying that.
I will go to sleep soonish.
Okay.
One thing I wanted to do first.
Okay. Yeah. We'll
And not run away.
Okay. We'll take care. We'll
He's worried
resolve
about
that then. Sorry about that. Continue on.
Yeah.
What were you going to do?
Okay,
You're
when
waiting for everyone
everyone is-
else's to sleep, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Ramiz is going to be staying up for a little while, for at least another hour or so. And I don't think he's necessarily hiding that. You're just going to hang out until he passes out. Okay.
Correct.
Ramiz and Honora, since you're up later than everyone else, unless Temperance, I don't think you ever said you were going to sleep yet. Would you eventually go to sleep
No,
after you finished
Temperance
your...
probably, yeah, she'll write for like a good 15-20 minutes and then snuff
Okay.
out the candle.
Okay.
And I sent you something.
I did. I
Location.
was reading it. Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure you saw it.
I appreciate that. Make sure you put that in your journal too for me.
It already is.
Perfect. You hear in the distance. Honora, you're familiar with the general location, but you hear the howling of wolves. Dozens upon dozens. It's faint, so it's not enough to rouse anyone from sleep. But the two of you that are still awake coming from the northwest.
I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign.
Is that a common occurrence in these lands?
Well, it depends. If Strahd controls the regular wolves, but there's also a pack of werewolves in that area that he doesn't control.
Ramiz will look at the northwest window.
Not getting any closer.
Give me
Wouldn't worry about it.
Give me an active perception, like give me a perception roll. Looking off in the distance, it's dark. But you can just make out in the distance the silhouette of an open mouth, fangs poking down from what you would see as a cave inside of it. Lit dimly, you can see the orange-yellow light flickering in the distance. But you also see probably about 20 or so torches. It's hard to count so many of them so far away. It kind of blends together in just a spattering of lights in the distance. It's even more difficult because there's trees that are kind of partially blocking the view.
Are the torches making their way around the lake and towards the tower?
No. It appears that as the longer you stare, you can see the torches still outside of the cave entrance. Not necessarily even making their way towards the cave. But definitely just on the perimeter of it.
I'm gonna sit back down. Well, we should be alright up here then. He's gonna take his cloak. He's gonna pull it over. And just kind of roll over. And just kind of close his eyes. And begin to fall asleep.
Okay.
Gonna wait till he's fully asleep before I'll crawl over to where Victovia is sleeping. Shake him awake.
Okay. As you shake him awake,
Put my hand over his mouth.
you can see not quite as dexterous as he used to be, the hand quickly reaching for the dagger that is at his side, unable to get it out of its sheath, but sees it's you.
Shh, it's just me.
His eyes locked with yours, but not saying anything.
I just wanted to ask you a really big favor.
Just a single downward nod.
When shit hits the fan, can you get the girl out? Timber's too young, doesn't understand what she's going into. She talks big game, but She doesn't need to be part of this.
How fitting that she left.
Actually, though,
I'm
Just nods.
prepared to throw my life away, but she shouldn't have to. She can hear everything.
That's very sweet of Nora.
He nods in response.
Thank you. That's it. That's all I wanted. I'll let you sleep. And at that point, I will crawl back into my corner, pull out my bedroll, fall asleep.
You kind of hear him mumble under his breath just a little bit. I couldn't wait till morning.
No, because she would have heard.
Alrighty, we are at the halfway point, and I actually do have to use the restroom, so let's go ahead and take a quick potty break.
oh,
I
and
wasn't sure how much longer it was going to take. I really had to go.
and corn dogs.
Nice.
And without getting into too many details,
You splurged and got sick.
very much so, yes. That I don't think we got our cleaning fee back because of the sickness.
Oh, jeez.
I want you to know that I started recording again as soon as you said that Miller Lite and
You know what?
corn
Fuck
dogs.
you and your two hands. There you go. How about that? There
Yeah,
you go.
right.
Big old
Oh.
middle finger to you.
Yeah, Google it though. I mean, I'll say like there's some flaws to it that I'll talk about after the session. It was pretty good, but probably wouldn't make it a everyday thing, even though I absolutely love corn dogs.
Long rest, right?
Alrighty. So Sarah, you or I don't know who Sarah is. Honora, you went to bed, right?
Yes, after I had woken up Octavio and asked him to promise to get Temperance out, then yes, after that I went to bed. So that Constitution save can stay now if you want.
Nope, the suspense has been lost.
Back
I'll-
to my nightmare.
No nightmare anymore.
Wrong campaign, Sarah.
No, I get nightmares in both apparently.
I mean, yeah, you had nightmares even in rhyme for a minute, just for a single minute, just the very beginning.
Right.
Anyways, yes, you all gain the benefits of a long rest.
Ayo!
Not that we really needed it, but we're fine. Better than exhaustion. Okay.
And Ramiz gets his single first level spell back.
Whoa.
So he can Dr.
Actually, I
Radavan
think I
again.
burnt a third level spell slot at one point, but it's too late at that point.
What do you do with the day?
We're heading over to Kresk, right? Or the werewolves? Which one did we want?
Octavio's still in
We're
the
closer
tower
to
with
the
us, correct?
werewolves, right?
Yes,
think so,
the
they're just across
werewolves
the
are
river.
just right across the lake.
Octavio is still in the tower with us, correct?
Yes.
You think we woke up and he was just gone?
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Yeah,
I mean,
Pull-
look at your
pull
little
pants
brother
down.
at one point.
Yeah, he's actually putting more wood in the fire. As you look over, you can see that it's going well enough that either he's been up for a pretty decent amount of time getting the fire going, or he woke up throughout the night to keep it going. Not sure which.
Kresk, then. That's the plan.
Well, that are the werewolves. I think we wanted to visit them first.
Well,
Or Kresk. We're gonna do both eventually, I think.
follow your lead.
And you're the
I
one that
vote
they're
we do.
for
Yeah,
with the
I vote we do
werewolves.
werewolves.
So.
Radavan?
We heard them last night, I think.
I didn't
Just,
hear them. I was sleeping. I didn't hear any werewolves.
I saw something.
Wait,
cross the lake,
out of
and-
character, isn't Ramiz an elf? I mean, not Ramiz. Isn't Radavan an elf? Doesn't he like not sleep?
4 hours.
Yeah, 4 hours.
You could
Oh,
have
okay.
started with sleep and
He meditated for 4 hours.
Okay.
Did I say he was asleep? Yeah.
You did.
Yeah. It's whatever.
I heard something across the river or across the lake, and a number of torches I saw, but that's it.
Well, if we are heading over there, we do need to be a little careful. There was in-group tension last time we were there. I don't know what's happened with it since.
To be fair, I just want to know if Emil made it.
Well, that's also on the docket.
If you want, as soon as we get out of the tower, I can send my familiar.
Up to you. If we're gonna go visit them eventually, might just be best to do it now and get it over with.
Might as
Yeah,
well.
I'm
If
gonna-
you say they're as close as they are, and that was them across the way, then let's do that, and then we'll head over to Kresk. See if
Okay.
we can stir up some assistance.
Pretty certain we can just walk over the river. But thank you for offering Radavan.
You can walk over the river?
No, walk around.
Oh.
Over to the werewolves.
Radavan didn't offer anything.
No, he would have offered to ride us in an eagle.
In spirit, he offered.
Oh, okay. All right, gotcha.
I
you
could
were
just hear,
you were
I could
talking
just
for
hear
him.
like his
Our
voice.
memory of Radovan would have
Yeah.
offered.
Oh, Radovan, you're so nice.
Oh.
Aw.
That's not necessary.
Thank you, Radovan.
All right.
You're awesome.
Give me a minute. I gotta find token.
I imagine that riding on the back of an eagle is not pleasant. Or riding in the talons of an eagle, also not pleasant.
That one sounds worse.
It was a fun time for me.
Getting randomly stabbed if he has to
Yep.
adjust.
I
He has a
don't- I-
hand cramp and you're dead. It's
I
fine, whatever.
love not being able to use my bow and arrow while an eagle grabs me by the shoulders. It is wonderful.
Riding on the back, I just always think of Rescuers Down Under.
Or
Oh, such a
Gandalf
Rides
good
on
from
the
Lord of the
Golden
Rings.
Eagle. And... Yeah, that too.
Alrighty. Do you do anything before you set out?
Probably just thank Van Richten one more time. Just as we're heading out.
As you're all getting ready to step onto the platform, you see him pull out a long box or a large box from underneath of his bed, and he opens up the trunk and pulls out a dress, like a suit, almost tuxedo-like. Turns back, and I imagine the next time I see you will be at the wedding. I've got my own preparations to do. Gotta dust this thing off and get it ready. As well
We'll
as
see you
make some
there.
modifications to conceal my weapons. I can imagine that your weapons will probably be taken at the gate.
If we go in through the gate.
Well,
Good thing I use magic.
we'll be creative.
Just another warning. Knowledge is power. Good luck. Stay safe.
You as well.
As you're going back down the chains of
Tower.
the stone golems, the awkward moment where he's kind of look at you and nodding several times as it takes a solid like 30 seconds before your eyes crest the
Keep
uncomfortable.
nodding at him.
Yes.
He nods. I
Yep.
nod.
Yeah.
He nods. I
Mhm.
nod again.
Yeah. But eventually you make your way down to the bottom. Walking. Go ahead.
He wasn't what I expected from a great hunter.
Yeah,
Same.
I kind of said the same thing. I always imagined him taller.
I just thought he'd be a little more aggressive, a little less pensive and cautious.
Well, being stuck here as long as he has, I might do it to you. Even the greatest hunter.
Powerful people come in all shapes and sizes.
Oh, I'm sure. Just hearing about him and seeing him are two different things.
They say never meet your heroes.
Right.
We might have actually just lost it.
Honora, I tell you what, you're fucking feisty today.
Feisty most days, actually.
Had about enough
Why
of
I
your
have a
shit.
23 AC.
She's begging to get hit.
Van Richten is a powerful hunter. You don't talk bad about him.
Van Richten is a powerful person.
You leave Van Richten alone.
He's so good.
He's a human!
He's a good boy. Let him be a good boy.
He just wants to party, everybody. Just wants to party.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I was looking for it. I couldn't find the...
Wait, is John about to send a meme? Crazy.
No, I wasn't. I was looking for the Werewolf Den thing, so I could have it open for when you guys got there.
Nice.
Which means we're getting there. Awesome.
I mean, that's what you guys said you were doing, right?
Mhm.
Oh, you mean like
You
that you're
didn't
not going to
tell
be
us on the
interrupted?
way.
Yeah. You're not.
Yeah, unless you intend on murdering us halfway there. Strahd comes down, descends
Spoilers.
on us,
We
eats
make it to
us.
the werewolf den.
Alrighty. Walking around, how do you go? Do you keep close to the lake? Do you cut through the woods, like on a straight path, or do
I'd
you
probably
kind of?
stick towards the woods if nobody else is going to. I kind of want to be in the shadows of everything.
Yes, so long as we're not out in, like, I don't want to be like exposed out in the open.
Okay.
Yeah, I follow them.
Unless you
Alrighty. How are you attempting to approach? You can see, Ramiz, having seen the torches last night, you don't see any torches today. In fact, you don't see any people from the distance at which you're at. You can see,
But there is daylight, right?
yes, there is daylight. Yes,
We'll
yes.
be in daylight.
No, it should be actual daylight.
No, like the daylight doesn't extend that far. Like it's not like how do I want to say?
It's like an ozone layer.
The beacon
Yeah.
only extends for a certain range around Argynvost.
Yes, it can be seen, but it's not like it's just punching a hole through the clouds.
Yeah.
Like it's just a big beacon from there. Like even though you can see the beacon still, it's not creating daylight everywhere. But it can be seen from everywhere. As you're getting closer, you can see the form of the mountain coming into view, the upper portion of the jaw of or the snout portion of the wolf jutting out and the fangs poking down. It's not until you're probably maybe 300 yards away that you can start to see people. Wolves. Large wolves. Both inside the cave and out at a standstill. Not saying anything. Just looking at each other.
Really quick, I guess, what is our, amongst us, I guess, what is our organization? Am I in front? Am I behind? I mean, I would try to take the front to kind of lead everybody to what I saw, but if anybody else were to push ahead of me, I wouldn't object.
I will take you to what you see, but you will not be in the same location as what is shown.
Okay.
Look, I assume they trust me, but so I might have to go in first. Now the only
I
thing
have short
is
legs. I'm probably last.
now the only thing is we can try to recruit them, but I don't know where their loyalties lie at the moment, so we need to skirt around that until we figure out who's in charge and who they're loyal to.
So you're still several hundred feet
Yeah.
behind, but you can clearly see a divide. A group on the outside looking in, and a group standing from within the comfort of the teeth of the mouth of the cave, peering out. You can still
Really
see.
quick,
Yes.
the dotted lines on the map, do they represent like a hill of some sort, or
The
how?
the dotted lines are showing like the elevation above it. It's representing the roof that's overhead.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right.
Like of the snout that's poking out, like the teeth are also going down as they're both coming out of the ground. There's a set of them, 15 feet in the air, 20 feet in the air that are jutting down as well.
Okay, got it. All right.
Yep. How do you approach?
I look to Anderson, and I just kind of look back, bow ready, just kind of holding an arrow, not really pulling it back at this point, but just kind of observing what's happening at this point.
Yeah, not sure what's going on, but I'll go up first, since they probably trust me more than the rest of you. Just, if I need
Sure,
backup,
wise.
be prepared.
Are you sure? Maybe we should sit back for a moment and just watch what happens.
I don't think they're moving. Looking at them from where we're at, I mean, is there any movement? Like, is like one side like yelling at another, or
They're not yelling. You can see from your distance one figure, a black, bald-headed man pacing back and forth, peering inside the cavern. You can't help but wonder if the bare-chested, burly gentleman that's on the inside of the, I guess I wouldn't necessarily call him a gentleman, but burly-chested man on the inside, shaggy, dark black hair, staring out, whether or not they're in an eternal like standoff, waiting for the other one to make a move.
the more things change, the more they stay the same? Okay. Um,
Can we notice the bald-headed man?
Uh, if you're peeking up there, since it's basically the only amount of movement. Ramiz isn't going to know who it is unless you
Nope.
point it out. But you would all, having seen Emil for at least a short amount of time when you rescued him from Ravenloft, would know who it was.
yep.
Look,
And the three of
Anderson,
you
he got
also
out.
know Kirill.
Anderson.
Oh yeah.
Anderson, before you,
What?
so remember that the lady wolf was having issues with that guy trying to take over as leader?
Mm-hmm.
What
I
if we
remember.
just killed him from here?
Her name.
Well, we don't exactly know the full story. We don't know all the dynamics, so we probably best we don't aggravate anyone right now.
We just kill the guy that's causing the issues. Emil can take over and he owes us. Problem
Look,
solved.
how about I go ask Emil what's going on so we get a better grasp of the situation?
You're walking into a siege. Look at him.
Well, he's clearly on our side, so he'll be friendly, so I can ask him at least a few questions. Look, don't make things worse. I need information, and Emil looks like he has what I'm looking for.
But he has bigger problems with the other wolf.
He can spare 2 minutes to talk to me.
To say we solve his problems.
If he wants our help, he'll ask for it, but we don't even know if he wants our help.
Doesn't even know if he'll take any time to talk to you. He's obviously busy.
Well, I guess we'll have to figure that out now, won't we? Um, I'm gonna start heading down to Emil.
Okay.
Noisily or stealthily?
Probably not gonna do stealthily. I mean, yeah, I know Emil. He should know me, so I'm just gonna walk up to him.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing? Are you staying the same 200-300 feet behind, or are you inching your way closer?
I mentioned my way closer.
I'd probably stay in the shadows, probably
Yeah,
within about 100 or so feet away.
I want to get to be like within 30 feet, 25 feet.
Temperance is definitely staying back, readying an Eldritch Blast in case a fight starts.
I think Radovan would probably go with Anderson.
No, Anderson's going up by himself.
Yeah, I still think Radovan would follow you though. But Radovan's all peaceful and stars.
Yeah, but Anderson's
Maybe
still
you'd want to stay near Anora to stop her from just yeeting into a fight.
She might be a little trigger happy right now. You know, she might touch
Whenever
something.
whenever there's an opportunity, unfortunately, without him here, I'm going to maintain the most passive possible outcome for him.
Yeah.
So he's going to stay back, regardless of whether or not Radovan may or may not have gone with. Besides, I don't want to have to talk for him if he's directed a question or something. So he is staying back. You make your way up, and you can feel the tension building as they're in this standoff. Some of them you can see bags under their eyes, as if maybe they've been in this standoff for quite some time now. But Emil, the fierce, like eyes, you can see burning hatred as he's staring into the cave towards Kirill. The one thing as you're getting closer, only about 50 feet away now, you're peering around, assessing the situation. You don't see Zulika, which is the woman werewolf that originally gave you the pack to be able to regain your werewolf form.
I had a feeling.
As you get closer and start to weave your way in between the werewolves that are standing on the outside, all of them except for Emil already transformed into their werewolf form. What do you do?
Anderson will go. He will take off his like sunglasses, kind of just put his hands up, saying that he's not a threat, and he'll kind of just casually walk and address Emil and say, "Well, looks like you made it out."
Unfortunately, when I got out, there was nothing for me to come home to.
What's going on here?
My wife's been taken captive.
Let me guess, Kirill.
Yep. Kirill from inside. Finding somebody else to fight your battles for you. Typical Emil. That's why you were never strong enough to lead the pack.
Oh, what a wonderful figure he is. Well,
What do you want?
Just seeing how we might be able to help. I do owe Zulika a bit of a favor, so I might be able to help you out here.
Not taking his eyes off of Kirill for fear that some action might be had that might show his hand. He continues talking to you. Stepping back, and he motions for you to get very, very close. Kind of leaning in closer. Yeah. Go away. Out of sight. Enter through the top of the cave. Above the snout, there's an entrance where we perform our rituals. Attack from the rear while I have him trained. And you can hear Kirill on the other side. Oh, come on now. You know I don't like secrets.
I'll just look at Emil really quick and say, and just kind of like whisper, "Yeah, I can do that." Now, yes, nod yes, or shake your head no. Is Kirill with Strahd?
He nods.
That's all I needed to hear. And I will begin to like slowly back up and make my way back to the others.
Okay, so this is headcanon. I don't know if this is what happened. You turn around, You see Honora kind of crouch down in the grass. You walk past, you grab her by the scruff of her shirt, and just drag her back at the party.
Oh, you're saying that you snuck up while he was talking, or at least that's what you
Yeah.
have in your head, yeah?
I'm just like dragging you by like the heels of your feet as we're going back to the others.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
whatever. Like I like the scruff of
Yeah.
her shirt or something. And I'm gonna let you. It's like okay,
Yeah.
fine, whatever. But
Yeah.
I told you I got within 25 feet of him, so I snuck
Yeah.
up behind him.
We
No one stopped me.
we get back and I plop Nora down and say, well, you might be able to get your wish yet. Yeah, looks like Hero is with the man in Ravenloft, but we might be able to get the jump on them. There's a secret entrance near the snout of of the cave. We can jump down and take them by surprise.
Uh-oh.
As well.
Hold on a second.
Music
Wait,
and DJ.
I think my internet is crashing.
Oh, yeah. People just started lagging out. I'm like, oh shit, is my internet all right?
Yeah, mine's kind of touchy lately too, last couple days. But
Yeah, I looked over at my thing and it was in the red.
is DJ blank for anybody else though?
He's blank for me.
Oh, yeah.
DJ, come back to
Hey.
life.
I'm back.
Hi.
Back.
Hey,
There you are.
I heard a lot of robotic talk over there, and then everything went blank. So
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, Sinnerscape also just crashed on us at the same time.
oh, okay, good. I'm glad it wasn't just me then.
Yeah.
Now I want art of Anderson dragging Honora by the back of her shirt.
Alrighty.
Just I
Let's
imagine
move
like a grumpy Anderson and a Nora just like crossing her arms as Anderson
Uh-huh.
like is like holding her. Would love that.
It would be best art.
All right,
All right.
so what did I miss?
We're gonna sneak in to the roof. He's just telling us the plan, I guess.
Yeah, I told you guys what Emil told me.
Look, while I respect your decision to go ahead and dive in like that, I'm no use on a personal fight. I think I'll slink back here in the woods if I can and take my shots from afar, if you don't
Just
mind.
aim for the big, ugly, hairy one in the middle.
Well, I see where you're coming from here, but no reason why you couldn't take shots from the top of the hole in the cave, right?
Well,
Or the top of the cave.
from where I'm standing right now, I have a clear shot on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 things. And a hole in the cave, I give up my advantage. Now, if they decide to retreat further in, then I have no problem moving forward with the
Vermees,
rest of the group.
don't you think shooting them from the top of the cave might give you even better vantage point?
Not if they get out of sight. And then I have to go in, and then something else can hit me. I'm sorry, I'm not particularly fond of things jumping up on me.
Well, if you think you can handle yourself out here, I figure you already made up your mind.
Look, if you insist, then I will. But I feel like, am I standing out here in the...
Anderson, if he wants to stay out here and shoot arrows by himself, let him.
Sure. Just if there's too much trouble coming this way, just run.
Give me a signal of some sort when you're about to go in, and then I know when to shoot.
Radovan does have pass without a trace, so he'll probably offer to help us sneak in.
I could see that.
Bria, I mean, Temperance, what do you want to do?
I mean, Hermes has a point about sight lines for those of us who tend to stay farther away for our fights. And is it suspicious if we all disappear and then appear on top of them?
Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't think Kirill can even see us from right here.
Fair.
And you talk about Radovan being able to get you closer to the cave. I think I can do more or less the same thing with myself and Temperance here.
Right, but will you be able to protect her if you guys are attacked from behind?
I'll be fine.
We'll survive.
Well, if you think that's what's best, I can at least see the logic in it.
Perfect.
We'll wait for
and
your strike.
Yes.
With her saying that, I will also cast Pass Without a Trace
Okay.
on myself and Temperance.
Well, it's everybody within 30 foot.
Yeah, but you're gonna take off, and it would. Does it fall off if you walk away from me?
It does.
Yeah. So.
That's what
Oh,
Oh, so we'll need Radovan to cast it anyway, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then Temperance and I will go one way, and the three of you will go the other way.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're splitting the party. That always goes well for every single D&D party in the history of
Hey,
ever.
hey, shh.
Mm-hmm.
Splitting the party. We're just
Yep.
fighting from all angles.
It's
Yeah.
just Temperance and Ramiz again.
Hey, it's geometry. That's what it is.
I mean, to be fair, they're going to be providing the artillery, so I think that's
Yeah,
fine.
it's like it was one of those things. Like I would rather stick with the group, but there's a good point of like being able to see everything and
Pew
Just
pew.
make sure you fireball first thing inside that cave.
yeah, baby.
Yeah.
But I will be waiting for Anderson's signal before I start unleashing arrows.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess I will cast Pass Without a Trace as a Radovan. And then I can't use the spell slots, so hopefully we get a long rest by the end of this.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
I'll try to write down everything at the end.
Okay, so
Wait,
let's...
Honor, are you doing Pass Without Trace, or is that Radovan who's doing it?
Radovan is.
Okay.
Nora doesn't have that spell.
Okay, I just saw your
yet.
name and I got kind of confused.
Yeah.
As you're venturing off to the side, backtracking far enough to make them think that you've left, circling around. Do you guys all give me some stealth checks?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got a 30. I think that's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm sitting on a 25.
Radovan got a 29.
Okay.
Thank God.
And Honora
Yeah, I guess I should do that too.
Got a 16.
A measly 16. And Temperance with a 14.
Not the
Pulling
fucking
up the
hat,
rear.
baby.
Alrighty.
Is the music off?
Yeah. The desktop here. Let me try to see if I can resolve the situation.
Everybody make noises.
Hey, does everyone have two hands?
Hey!
The
Y'all
miracle.
suck. I hope you guys are happy with how much you suck.
I
Yeah.
am actually. Thank you very much.
I would be
Pizza.
happier if we all got advantage for that shit or inspiration.
You guys have had
We all
inspiration
work
for fucking.
concerted.
You guys have all had inspiration for like eons.
No, I've used my inspiration.
Yeah, I used mine
That's not mine.
immediately last episode.
Yeah.
That's right.
Still have mine.
Well, I'm gonna grab another drink, so I'll be right back while he's figuring out.
I think
that.
it's count wide because I feel like all of my other characters have inspiration all of a sudden. Like I've got it clicked on D&D Beyond for other characters,
Yeah,
and I
maybe.
shouldn't because not every DM gives out inspiration.
That's weird.
Sorry.
It was not a dig on you. It was actually a dig on my boyfriend who never gives it.
Oh, okay. Well, to be fair, I don't give it out very often either, so I
You
get
give
it.
it out for D&D related epic shit. So when
Yeah.
somebody makes a really funny joke or does something silly in real life, you're like, yeah, you get an inspiration.
Do this. Oh, music bot's out.
I had to reboot the PC that's running it.
Bastard.
You guys, there's no clear path to make it up there. You can see the snout jutting out a couple dozen feet into the air, but there's no good route to do it. You're going to have to do some sort of climbing.
Wait, let's climb. I
Unless
assume.
Radovan
What?
says that he wants to use his shapeshift and
I mean,
fly
he
you guys
can
up
just
there.
turn into an eagle and fly us up there. That'd probably be easiest, honestly.
Does
I mean,
that
if you
dump
want
his
him
pass without a
to.
trace?
But I think it would be easier to be like a bear and climb you up there versus a. Because then he can be a bear inside the cave. Eagle's not going to help you much.
Can you
What
grab
about a
people
big
and like
mountain
fling
goat?
them back up and then just drop them from like 500 feet? Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, but we'll be inside of a cave.
Yeah, I know. I'm joking. I'm joking. Yes,
Okay.
for
Let
defensive
him live
purposes.
his shock trooper dream.
Yes, for offensive purposes, bear is definitely better.
Well, that, and yeah, it's got a climb speed, I think, so I think it'll be fine.
So I just love the idea of him just picking people up 500 feet and just dropping them. They go splat.
I mean, I like that idea too, but
We're not there yet.
Soon.
No, pause. Why are you talking? Stop it. Okay.
It's AI.
I need.
one moment.
Are you gonna?
I'm looking up what level of wild shapes you can have.
All right. It's not as much.
Okay.
Is it a CR1 by 10th level?
8th level max CR1. So yeah, he's CR1.
Okay.
Okay, manage extras. I'm gonna have a bear on my character sheet, but it is Radovin's bear, not.
Okay. Oh, there they are. You guys aren't
Yeah,
supposed
but
to
it
be
has a
seeing
climb
that.
speed, and it's a large beast, so we should be able to ride it up.
All right, let me get a bear, I suppose.
Hang on to the bear.
Better than a gorilla.
Is it a black bear or a brown bear?
Brown bear, because that's CR1, bitch. I mean,
a white
yes,
bear.
sir.
Which bear is best?
Polar
A white
bear.
Is that?
DJ, that was
Night-
racist.
A nightclub bear.
D inspiration for DJ.
Okay.
Bear.
I guess with Radovan as a bear and the two of you just kind of hanging on, he's able to claw his way up, slowly but surely up the side of this mountain, gripping at some of the stones, some of it tumbling off the sides, splattering down onto the ground before shattering, creating some minor noise. But you're far enough away from the cave entrance that it wouldn't be detected.
Get ready for combat.
Eventually, you get up to another ledge where it's evened out. And it's a dirt texture. And you can see in the middle of this, probably about 30 feet or so back away from the snout of the cave opening, you can see a large ritual circle, stones laid out. But you can also see arrows, daggers, blood, things of that nature inside of the pit, outside of the pit, scattered around it. You can even see bones within this ritual circle. But that's not your main focus. Finding the entrance in, looking to the back, you can see kind of an alcove, and eventually what appears to be an opening, deeply recessed into the side of the mountain. And I will move you now into the back area of the cave. And as you start to go in, you are met immediately with stairs that kind of circle down and around. I assume that you continue to walk down them.
Yes, sirree.
Alrighty.
Actually, before we went down the stairs, I was gonna signal to Bria and
Okay.
To who?
Hermes.
Fuck, Bree, I didn't realize
is
you were
no Bria.
so badass. You're in there about ready to fight some werewolves.
Yeah, sorry.
sorry,
A
wait.
temperance and Remise, and I was gonna just shoot some dancing lights up in the air to let them know that we'd landed.
Okay.
Because we're above them, they can't see us, right?
Yes. That is correct. I mean, dancing
going
lights
to
would work.
assume that if I see dancing lights, then I'm assuming that's the beginning of the siege. And so, given that, I'm probably going to start unloading on some characters that I can see at the front of the cave.
And then we were gonna rush down the stairs. Right? Is that okay with you, Andrew?
I mean, I assume you cast like dancing lights, and like I can't stop it at that point, so it's already too late. So
Yeah.
might as well just keep rushing down the stairs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Everyone's
want
gonna
us to
start rushing
roll
towards the
initiative?
damage.
Yeah, give me a second for blip. All right, so
Okay.
you don't know the full numbers yet, but the way this combat is going to work, I want you guys to be aware of the skill of it, right? Because this isn't going to be a super like, oh my god, there's a threat of you dying. But right now, what you're looking for is allies. Every round of combat that goes through before the combat is resolved is X amount in my own head. I'm not going to tell you the number. Fewer allies. Okay?
Okay.
So it is a race against the clock to resolve your combat. Okay? Alrighty.
So what is the name of the lady and the guy again, Andrew?
It is Zulika is the woman
Lika?
that is the married to Emil. It is Emil Toranescu.
Okay.
And then Kirill Stoyanovich is the bad guy werewolf.
Such a cool. That's such a cool name, though.
Guy. He sounds so Russian, and I'm being Ukrainian Polish. It's just like, oh, I want to kill this guy.
All right, cool. Let's roll for initiative.
All right. On that note, god damn it.
Nice!
Your girl be fireballing right away.
Holy shit.
Girls get it done. What can I say?
We love the boys.
That's okay. I was gonna totally be in front of Radovan in bear form. I don't know if you can fit, if he's gonna let you go first or what's gonna happen there. Because I think only one of us at a time can go down the stairs with the bear. The bear has to go by himself.
Yeah, that's.
So are you before or after the bear?
I mean, knowing the initiative, being what it is, I should probably be like behind the bear.
What the fuck? The turn order was completely empty, and then as you guys started rolling, no. It populated, but it still has old rolls on there as well.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
Roll20's been doing that recently.
So Temperance had a 7, or you had a 21.
It's more of a recent thing for me.
Remise, you had a
13.
You had a 13. Okay, so your 21 isn't there. Anderson, what'd you
Oh,
have?
Would you believe me if I said 35?
No.
Oh, yeah, I got a 6.
Okay. So
I
get
think
rid of
it's
the
funny
12.
that it still says Panton Pee Wee Adelard for me, even though I've changed my character name.
Did you change the drop down box in
Yeah,
underneath?
I did,
Gone but never
actually.
forgotten.
Yeah. No,
Still
it
says
says
Remise
Remise
for me.
Saul for me.
Oh, I see it on mine as saying Panton Pee Wee Adelard.
It does for me too.
Ooh,
Interesting.
Weird.
Gone
Yeah,
but
I
not
see.
forgotten.
I see Remise at the top, and then I see Remise underneath the initiative word. Weird.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Honora, you had a 20.
I already fixed it.
Yeah, I'm just. There was still another one that was inside of the chat that showed you had a 7. And Radovan had an 18, but
No, he
neither.
had an 11.
He had an
I had
11.
to re-roll it for the token.
Okay, that was the same that he had last time.
You
Okay, so
deleted the 11.
there was 2 11s.
Oh, well, you deleted the one that I could see.
So you literally can't see the other one that's still on there right now?
No.
You just see Temperance, Remise, you, then Kirill, and then Anderson?
Yeah.
Wait. What's Kirill's dex score? Because I might be able to go before him.
All right. Let's put. Sorry, this is such a big old pain in the dick.
Yeah,
I can re-roll it and make it 11.
No, I got it.
Okay.
Can you see that one?
Yes.
I can see his 11 now, yeah.
Okay, I just put it in there. Kirill's dex score is 18.
I'm a 20.
Alrighty, you go first. It looks like when I sorted it, it automatically put you first, anyways.
Okay, cool.
Are we ready then?
Yeah.
All right, I think we're
Are you ready?
as ready as I'm gonna be. All of the enemies are going to be attacking on Kirill's turn. Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty. Temperance, you are first up. Where?
Fireball time, baby!
Okay. Where are your tokens? Where would you have still come from this side, or would you be hiding somewhere else?
No, they're literally in front of the cave.
I know
In
they're
the
in.
map.
Yeah.
I mean, this
where
is still
I
the
wanted
same
to
map,
put it.
but it was just okay. I'm just trying to see how far away they were, what side. Like, is it directly in front? Is it off to the side? Are they flanking?
I
I would probably
I was planning on just falling right there.
Okay.
And I would
And
probably try
from-
to lead her into such a way to keep us both in the shadows and keep us hidden. So if that's dead center, to the right, to the left, however, but the plan is to stay about 100 feet away and attack from range. And if we see people moving in...
Oh, so you're still 100 feet away.
About, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's what I
we got
what
good
I was trying to
distance.
see. Okay, you're 100 feet away. Got plenty of
We're
space.
soft and squishy and don't want to get hit.
No, I get it. All right, cool. Fireball. I've got to make a lot of dex saves. Everyone.
All the deck saves.
What is it? It's 18, right? That I've got to beat. I need
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
In a 20-foot radius.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12.
Well, it looks like 2, 3,
You,
3 of
Three.
you
them
wouldn't
made
have
it.
hit. You wouldn't have hit the Emil side though.
No. No. But I
Yeah, 'cause
do
it's just a
still
20-foot
need
radius.
to roll and Kirill, because I'm rolling from the D&D Beyond app because he is not his base stats, you will not see it. But he got a 22, so he saved. So he takes half. What's the damage?
40.
40.
Oh, still really fat. That's stupid.
Well, that's level 5 for you, so.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9
Three
of
of
them
them-
took 40 damage.
Yeah. 3 of them succeeded. That's it.
Alrighty. Honora, you're next up. What,
Okay, I'm
I'm
gonna
sorry,
go down the
Temperance.
stairs.
You're not doing anything else, right? I'm just going to assume
No,
that you're
I'm just
taking a
chilling.
pot
I'm
shot and hanging out.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Nora, you're booking it down the stairs?
Yeah,
Yeah, as you're making it to the bottom of the stairs, you can see a large kind of tarp that is draped over top of it, kind of billowing from the wind, the
which
gust.
way down? The way I'm going or the other way?
You're at the bottom of the stairs right now.
Okay.
You're right
so-
in front of. So yeah, popping through. Let me just remove that. There.
Okay. Do I see anybody?
From this position, you do not. You see winding cavern. You see just rock formations right in the middle, kind of jutting off in every different direction. You know your general bearing is heading straight south, but you don't know how far away you are from the battlefield. Not a whole lot is known at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna action dash and just go to there.
Alrighty, yeah. As you get there, and just kind of surveying your area as you're running, you can see a couple smaller wolves just kind of gnawing, just kind of laying there gnawing at some sort of bone over in this alcove. So you use your movement and then your action to dash, and then nothing else.
No, I don't think so.
Ramiz, it is now your turn.
Okay. So, I'm assuming I'm in darkness at this point, correct? I'm trying to hide in the shadows. If not,
Okay.
that's fine. If I don't have any darkness, that's fine.
Give me a survival check. I don't know. I don't remember the exact wording. Is it just shadow, or does it have to be
It has
like
to be darkness.
it has to be like pure
Not
darkness?
dim light.
Yes.
Okay, well then, if it has to be darkness, you're not gonna find it.
Okay, that's fine.
Sorry, brother.
So then, at that point, no, you're fine. I'm going to start taking my shots at what's his name, Kirill, right here in the middle.
Okay, yep.
So I'm going to. So I have 2 normal attacks. This is the thing that you've been dreading, John. There's the 14 to hit him.
14 does not hit.
Okay. Second volley, 15.
15 does not hit.
Fuck you! Wow.
Youch.
Okay. Oh, I think
That hits, yeah.
30 hits.
Yeah,
Okay,
for
cool.
sure.
Do I really only do 7 damage to him?
That's
That
cool.
is my. Hold on, wait. I want to make sure I read this right. So that is going to be my Gloomstalker hit. The
Oh,
Ambusher hit. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Your 15 also hits.
Oh, the 15 hits. Okay. So,
Yes, I forgot the AC is different in human form versus hybrid.
Okay, so the 15 hits. The 30 is my Dread Ambusher hit. And it deals an extra 1d8 damage on a hit.
Okay.
So do I double that 1d8 damage?
Is it the first hit or is it just any hit? Because if it's the first hit, then no. If it's any hit,
you take the attack action on that turn, then you can make 1 additional attack as part of that action, dealing an extra 1d8 damage.
Okay, then it's a separate attack because it says you. Yeah. So you just get 1d8.
Okay, that's fine.
So we have 10, 17 total. No, yeah, 17 total damage, and then 24 total damage after the Gloomstalker.
Yep. And then as part of my, hold on, wait. I don't have to. I don't have to burn anything, but I'm going to use my War Priest. Then, when you use the attack option or action, you can make one weapon attack as a bonus action.
Okay.
So I've got one more attack coming his way.
Okay.
And a 17 should hit then.
Yes, 17 will hit.
Okay. And I don't think I can add anything else to it. So that is... and then I will start moving forward from 100 feet out. So if I were about 100, well, about 80 feet, we'll call it that. So then I'm going to move forward. See, I can move. My move speed is 30, but I can move 40. For the Umbral or the Gloomstalker thing, I'm going to move over here. And that will be the end of my turn.
So, technically, how far are you out right now?
That would be...
Is 60 feet accurate?
Yes. If I were 100 feet out, then I moved 40 feet forward.
Okay. All right, cool.
So you left Temperance to be not in shadow anymore?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, without a trace, yes.
Alrighty.
Luck, Temperance.
Don't make Honora angry.
That's what I do best.
It is now Radavan's turn, and Anderson. Radavan, I imagine he's just taking the dash action to get close, stay up with you, Honora.
Yeah, sure. He can move 40 feet, so I think he's just going to move 40 feet.
Okay.
So he's not going to be fully...
Oh, he's... How...
He'll be behind me.
Okay, so what's he going to do with his action then?
Dodge.
Okay, dodge action. All right, what is that? Oh, so he will be right up. Anderson, what are you going to do?
Okay. First off, I'm going to bonus action, go werewolf form.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna head up just to see what I can see. So 45 will get me. Well, 40 will get me right here.
Okay.
What do I see Do I see anything of significance right here?
Yeah, right there. You can actually see you saw Honora, like, her head jerking to the side as she was looking to make notice of the wolves that are gnawing on the bones. As you turn to the other direction, having to, for fear of running into Honora and plowing her over since you're a little bit faster, you stop and kind of turn to the left, getting your bearings, and you can see downward slope, down several stairs, some more well-lit area, and several cages, prisons, made out of, like, extremely solid metal, just drove right into the ground, and you can see several humanoid figures in the cages.
Okay. I suppose from where I'm at, I can't make out anyone specific right now, right?
None of them, from your viewpoint, look familiar.
Okay. I'm going to action dash and get up just a little further. Let me see. Let's do 25 and move right there.
Okay.
No one of significance yet, right?
Still, unfortunately, no. Looking around, you see a combination of both men and women, and as you come down and they see a werewolf figure that they don't know, you kind of see them cower for just a moment as they kind of back up not sure of what's going to come.
Are you
I'll.
gonna say anything?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do next. I'm just gonna say, Zulika, you in here?
And just from outside of your vision, the you hear a clanging up against the metal bars. Yes, I'm in here. Help me. Let me out.
Okay. I think I have 30 feet of movement left. It was 20 from my dash, and I still have 5 left over for my regular. So sorry, 25
Okay.
left. So I'm gonna use the rest of.
Can't quite get there, but you can get pretty close.
That's fine. I'll get close, and as I'm approaching, I'll say, I'm with the meal. No, not here to hurt you.
I remember you. Thank you.
Well, I do owe you one.
Alrighty. It is now Kirill's turn, as well as all of the minions.
This'll be fun.
Yeah,
Do the good werewolves get a chance to do anything?
Yep. I'm gonna. The good werewolves, that's all gonna happen like behind this. I've been doing it like in between, on like while I'm waiting for you guys to resolve your actions. So we are going to get against Radovan, 1 claw and 1 bite. 23
They
to
have disadvantage.
that one doesn't matter.
No, but just so you know, they have disadvantage.
What's the disadvantage from again?
His
Oh,
dodge
his
action,
his.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking of Ira's cloak as well, but he doesn't have that. So he takes 6 points of slashing damage.
And then
This one is going to come out for that commotion. These are all going to move.
he actually takes 16s because his AC is 11. But I am going to go ahead and Shield Master attack one of them. So
Okay. Yeah. Only one of them attacked him. It has multi-attack. So are you attacking the one
Is
that
it the
attacked him?
one-
No, it's this one back
Yeah,
here.
Oh, I can't get to there. Then
Yeah.
never mind.
Okay, but you are going to be attacked next. With
Okay.
1 bite and 1 claw.
Okay.
Miss. Fuck, that's right. I
Also
wonder.
miss.
Let me see. They have to have a 19 to hit you.
Yeah.
Gross.
Bro, don't you wish you had slow to worry about instead of just an insane AC?
It's all right. The time will come. All right. It is now Kirill's turn, and he is going to bonus action change shape into his hybrid form.
Makes sense.
Let me change that token.
Does it become a big wolf man?
Oh, that's not what I want. I don't want random side. I want
You
choose
roll
side.
a token.
He rolled the
Is
token.
that heads or tails?
No, that's silly.
It's a token.
He is
He's a
going
token
to.
werewolf?
That's
Y'all,
racist.
y'all are lame. Where is?
We didn't do anything with your NPCs, John.
No, I was reading the spells. Okay, he is going to seeing that the biggest threat coming to this group, having done a significant amount of damage to his peers, came from far away. He is going to use Mauling Dash, which he moves up to his speed without provoking opportunity attacks and can make 1 claw attack as he's going. So he is going to move. Gross. He can only get to there. Gonna move out
Right
here.
there.
I'll mark him with a
Mark him with red.
red. Yeah, we'll mark red and purple. So he gets right there, and he is going to action dash, taking one of a claw attack from one that misses, and a bite from a dire wolf, which misses. Where's he's got another
Where's he moving through?
40. He's gonna end up moving through your space.
I am going to react.
Okay.
And hit him.
Okay.
Try to hit him at least.
Yeah.
With an inflict wounds.
Okay.
Because I have Warcaster. And as he passes by me.
Okay.
Uh, 19 necrotic damage to him.
Okay. 19. All right. I didn't resolve during his mauling dash. He ends up swiping at the werewolf that was right by him. It needs to make a saving throw. It was a strength save. 13. It fails. It is knocked prone. I'll use that. I don't think that's what it is. But it also takes 22 points of slashing damage. Alrighty, and it is going to make it out to Temperance, and then he's going to end his turn. Temperance, it is now your turn. We have reached the top of the order.
I didn't expect him to make it all the way to me.
Yeah, he's got massive move speed, especially when he dashes.
He's one fast boy.
He's a fat boy.
How does he
Okay,
look?
He looks fierce.
I am going to far step. Where do I want to far step to? Yeah, I'm a far step like right here. Whoop, still have the arrow on. Okay, we're far stepping here. And then, okay, I've used up both of my spells, so I'ma just blast at him.
Alrighty.
And did either of those hit?
The second one hit. The 19 hit for 14 points of force damage.
The better one anyway.
How far are you away now?
Should be... Oh, I didn't quite move my token far enough. I should be 60 feet.
You should be 60 feet away from him?
I should have been able to move 60 feet from that.
Bitch.
I thought he was a fast boy, John.
I mean, he is a fast boy, but... Ugh.
Alright, guys, let's just stop being good at the game.
Right? Do you do anything else with your turn?
No, I'm not.
Alrighty, he is going to
He's
take
not worthy of anything else.
He's going to take a legendary action and get right up in Ramiz's face. Nora,
Legendary actions.
it is now your turn. You are in... you are face to face with a large wolf.
with Emil. Stand down. Let us get you out of here. I hate to have to kill you.
And in response, it just nips. Doesn't actually do anything, but it's definitely snarling and still ready to attack.
All right. You asked for it. All right, I'm going to attack it.
What are you attacking it with?
My sun sword.
All right.
Pull it out.
Alright.
Lightsaber. Nom, nom, nom.
Nice. All right, go ahead and roll for attack.
Does a 13 hit?
Where's the werewolf? Yes, the 13 hits.
Oh, nice. I know it says Radovan, but it's me. Shit. So 10 damage.
Oh no.
Oh no, what?
Did I kill it in one hit?
Yes, but for a different reason that you might think.
It's an ally, you bitch!
No, it wasn't. This is a little
It's a baby.
baby.
Child.
Yeah.
Oh, you're killing kids! Yo!
Ouch! Who's the evil one now?
Time to change
You're a killing
alignments.
kid.
You didn't. To be fair, you didn't know. I didn't know until I actually clicked on it to assess the damage. Like the only indicator that would have even been close, which was that it was skinnier. It hadn't necessarily bulked up. But as far as like height wise, it was still, eye level with you.
It's just a small wolf.
Yeah, it's just a small. Yeah, that was out of character. You don't know. It was just me because I saw that it was a named child.
It's a named child? Oh my god!
Anyways, carry on.
You're a terrible person. That's what you are.
Me or John? I think John is the terrible person.
You!
I
killed
didn't
a named child
know.
NPC!
I didn't know. I had no indication it was a kid in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, you didn't.
Alright.
Monster.
Yeah, because it probably reverted to human form after I murdered it.
You said it, not us.
I know.
All right, what else are you gonna do?
The other one. You need to run away. This is not your fight. And then, after seeing me slaughter that one, and then I'll use my whole movement to go over here and yell at Anderson. Did you find her? We need to get out of here.
Am I allowed to respond, or do I have to wait for my
Yeah, you
turn?
can respond. You can, your typical quick few seconds.
Anderson just says, "Yeah, she's over here."
Alrighty, that ends your turn. Legendary action. Going to take a swipe at. God dang it! I keep clicking on the wrong thing. 25 to hit.
Oh, fuck you, bastard.
Ooh.
That hits. I also need you to make a strength saving throw. You take 17 points of slashing damage regardless. Seventeen just saves. You feel the force as this technique of this slash is more of a push and then a rip. But like the force causes your heels to dig into the ground, with the possibility of being knocked prone had you not saved. But you're standing strong. It is now your turn.
Bonus action. You're going to... Where'd it go? Oh, I'm all the way up in 3rd level spell slots. You're going to Zephyr Strike.
Alrighty.
Ooh, nice.
So, I
Yeah,
am
no
going
attack of
to
opportunity.
back away from this fucker.
Okay.
And as I'm backing away, I am going to take 2 shots at him. The first one is going to be at advantage.
Okay.
And I'm also going to do sharpshooter shots on both of these.
Okay, so that's
So it's going to be a -5. On
but
all
plus
3 of them.
10 damage, right?
Correct. Yes.
Mhm.
Yep.
So actions.
So does it do the math for?
No, it does not.
Okay.
So, now, question for you, Dean.
Yeah.
And if you want to shoot me down, you can. I know that the 16 is going to miss, but I also want to throw on the plus 10 of the
War
my
cleric.
my cleric.
Yeah.
Divine ability.
Okay.
To actually turn that 12 into a 22, or that 11 into a 21.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
So it'll
then
take
that's-
22 points of piercing damage.
It'll take 22 points.
Okay.
And then here is the second attack.
Oh, rip. We're done with battle
25
music
minus
already.
5.
Okay. For
So
19.
a 22 for 19 damage.
Okay.
And then with that, I'm going to be able to move an extra 30 feet. So I'm going to move 60 feet out of the way of this guy.
Okay.
We're gonna go. Come on. Why is my mouse being weird? We're gonna go there.
Okay.
That is my action, my bonus action, my movement.
That's everything,
That's it.
huh?
That's everything. Yep.
Alrighty. It is now Radovan's turn. Where do you want him? Do you want him following you? You're muted.
Can Radovan drop bear shape and heal the child I just killed?
Yeah.
That's what he would do.
Is
Sure.
that what you would want him to do because your guilt?
It's not my guilt. It's not my fault.
You healed him for 5 more health than he had.
7?
Yeah, he only had 2 HP.
Oh, shit! I really murdered him. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So Radovan would sit down.
Actually,
child.
how much damage did you do?
10.
I think 10. Yeah.
Yeah, dude's dead. You can't even heal him.
You murked him.
Not with healing word, but I could.
It was
Do
I
I
mean,
have-
no, you like if you do twice as much health
No,
as
I
their
was hoping
maximum.
You could resurrect him.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. You're gonna make him. He can resurrect after battle.
Yeah.
We've got more important things to do.
Yes. Let's put down the resistance first before we start bringing up.
Yeah, this is.
Deal with your guilt afterwards.
Yeah. He might have tried to heal, but as soon as he realized that the healing wasn't working, he definitely wouldn't go about resurrecting when could need it for allies or. It's just a kid. What's he gonna do? I know Radovan wouldn't say that, but yeah, rip chip.
He won't
do you
even retcon that the fact that I murdered that kid without knowing it was even a kid.
Yeah, you didn't know. So
He'll take the attack of opportunity and
how does
go
that work?
there.
Like if wait, hold on, he stayed bear?
No.
Oh, so he dropped bear.
He would have attempted to heal the child, see that the child was unhealable, and then I guess picked
How-
the child up and probably carried it with him. I don't know.
Okay, real quick, if you're a large creature and you drop that large form and you're now medium and you're technically, potentially, do you always spawn within reach of the...
That is a DM ruling is what that is.
I'm going to say that wherever Radovan's token was when he dropped bear form, he was more than 5 feet, or he was outside of the range of that wolf, so he doesn't have to take an attack of opportunity there. Because that's
Okay.
what it showed on my screen.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he'll come over here and he'll try to help Anderson.
Okay. Anderson, it is now your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna get well, first of looking at the cage, does it look like something I can like almost force open? Like do the bars look like rusted at all?
Going up, looking at the one specifically that Zulika was in, you get the feeling that while you know you're strong, you feel like if this was something that could just be broken open, she probably would have already done it.
True. Okay. Um
Not
so I
saying that
don't
it can't, but it's going to be an extremely difficult check.
Yeah, okay. And we probably have more things to worry about. I'm going to just quickly turn to Radovan really quick and just say, see if you can get the bars open. And I turn to Zulukia and I'll say, look, I'll be back to free you, but we're attacking Kirill and I need to go help.
Does Radovan have any sort of acid-based spells?
I don't know, but
Yeah, that
I
was
don't know
actually a
what-
question for Honora.
Yeah.
Or Sarah rather. But anyway, okay, so you tell her that, and as you're leaving, she kind of yells out to you, "Kirill has the key."
Oh, that makes life so much easier. Okay, perfect. That's what I wanted to know.
Can you hear me?
I'm
Sorry.
I can now,
He
yeah.
doesn't have any acid-based spells, but he does have stone shape.
These are metal, which I
But
mean,
the back wall is stone, or underneath
that's
is stone.
true. Yeah, that's possible. You can do something fancy like that. If you want to get creative. Alrighty. Using your movement, does that end your turn?
no. I mean, do I still get an action?
Yeah. You didn't use it for anything.
Yeah. No. So I'm going to dash. So I used up all my movement.
Okay.
I'm going to dash. Let's get 30 feet. What's going on over here?
It's hard for you to see that right now because there's technically like an elevation change of about 10 feet. So you would only see a couple of them, but it does appear that they are heading in somewhat your direction.
Oh, okay. That is cool. If I look at the water here, does it look safe?
Um, you'd have to get like towards the ledge and actually peer off into it, to really get a good glance. Like you're still technically like 10 feet away from the ledge.
Okay.
And it would be really difficult with the lighting, the shadows being cast from, the rock, being able to tell how deep it is. It would be difficult to see. So you'll have to, if you were attempting to like, I'm just gonna jump it down.
Guys, Joseph is talking about coming in right now. Just to let you know.
Oh,
Since we're mid combat.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I told you it's gonna be 1 minute before the session's supposed to end, and
It is one fucking minute.
11:29. Oh, man.
Fuck!
Love that.
Stop
Okay.
calling
Your
it,
call.
Andrew.
Okay.
Your
Okay.
call. I told him
So-
to jump on in. Like we're
Okay.
mid
So,
combat at this
John,
point.
here's what I want to do.
Okay.
These are all werewolves, and I assume they all look like aggressive-ish. Like they're heading my way. Like they're heading for battle.
So these, even the one that Honora had killed, they are in full-blown wolf form. So it's hard to tell whether or not these are wolves or werewolves. But they are wolves in their wolven form, and they do look hostile. I mean, even your allies, to a certain extent, look hostile right now, just due to the nature of battle that is going on right now.
Yeah. Okay. I've got, I think, 15 feet of movement left. If
Okay.
I go up, I'm gonna go up just say another 10.
Okay.
Do I get a better look at them? Like, can I
What?
anything else I can tell?
While they don't appear to be of stunted growth as the child that Honora murdered, these do not appear to be like seasoned. Um, like they still don't look like they've tasted their first battle. Like they're not as muscular. They're not. They don't have patches of fur missing from scars and things that have happened. They all look like they're probably, I don't know, maybe even your age, but only
Okay.
less seasoned.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up as far as I can.
Okay.
I'm going to take the great sword +2, and as a bonus action, I'm going to put my crimson right the fire on it. And
Okay.
as I'm putting the fire on it, I'm going to yell out, "Change of leadership! You're either with the meal or you die."
Whoa.
Nice.
Alrighty. Make an intimidation check.
Could it be persuasion perchance, or does it have to be intimidation?
If it's a persuasion, it's going to be with disadvantage. Like this is a extremely hostile situation.
Okay.
And
No, that's fair. That's fair. I'll just do the intimidation then. Okay, I'll take that.
Can you have a Snickers tomorrow? You
okay.
can have them all. I don't care.
Let's see what. Alrighty. You're not quite sure if it succeeded yet or not, but that ends your turn.
I'm holding my ground with just a flaming greatsword in my hand.
Alrighty. It is now Kirill's turn, and all the werewolves that come with it are going to go into the act. They are charging up the stairs. At least half of them are. No, I don't want to resize it. And as they get to the top and they see you, and now see you in the full light of the flaming sword, they stop and they pause, and they kind of, you can see their glances back and forth. They don't attack. Okay. Carol, fucking hell. He's able to move 40 feet. Which isn't close enough to do anything. Alright, he's going to action dash and go back into the thick of things. That ends his turn. Temperance, it is now your turn.
I'm blasting him.
Okay.
Because it's all I can do.
This is a pile of people. It is... You don't have direct line of sight to see him. There's...
If I run and navigate a little bit, would I have
This
more
is...
direct sight?
He is going to have a +4 to his AC. That is going to be difficult. And on top of that, I'm going to say that if you miss, and you miss with below a 5, Like, so if his AC is 16 to hit, now it's 20 because it's +4. If you miss by 15 or if you're 15 or lower, you're going to hit somebody else.
Huh.
And deal that damage to them instead.
Well, that's not great. Can I vicious mockery him?
Yeah, if you want to. That's
Can I just yell mean things?
Yeah, absolutely. That's an option. Go ahead and go for it.
Okay, I'm just gonna yell some mean things.
All right, what do you wisdom save? What are you saying? He failed.
Just
It failed.
Yeah.
Well, then nothing too good. Just hey you, stop. Pair it up with Strahd.
Workshop that one. All right.
Wait, I got it. I thought you were a werewolf. I didn't know you were a were-chicken.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah,
Thanks.
that one would have actually done some damage. So.
Yeah. All right. Yeah,
The
he
good
did.
news is that since I missed it, it could be really shitty.
No, you didn't miss. He failed. He failed the save. So he took 5 points.
Failed. I thought
Yes.
I failed.
No, he failed. He rolled a 10 against your 16.
Oh, in that case, I wouldn't use the one that Andrew said. That was way better.
Okay. Alrighty. Because it reached the top of the round, we are now going to roll.
I thought Joseph was popping in.
He lied. Maybe he's puping.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
probably.
He hasn't sent anything back to me.
After Temperance's turn.
Wait, do you all have his number?
No, Discord chat.
Oh, okay.
He is going to use a legendary action. And he is going to use Mauling Dash using 2 of his actions. And he gets to move up to his speed without provoking opportunity attacks, and he makes 1 claw attack. So from within, where you had yelled, "I thought you were a werewolf, not a were-chicken," you lose sight of him for a moment, and then all of a sudden, bursting forth through the crowd of werewolves, he is right back in front of you, and he is going to make
Damn
a
it.
claw attack.
Now, I think with Vicious Mockery, this is at disadvantage.
I do believe you are correct.
Vicious Mockery is dope.
Actually, Chill Touch is better.
Well, I don't
Not Chill
have
Touch.
that.
There's another one that's Frostbite, which is more damage and does the same thing.
He rolled a
Yeah,
21,
but you don't get to insult.
a 21 and a 26, so a 21 to hit.
Gross.
Yeah, that
Never
hits.
mind.
Squishy girl.
You take 14 points of slashing damage.
Oh, you didn't move with your fucking whatchamacallit.
Yeah, because I
I
didn't
didn't think he'd come at me.
Roll a con save.
I know. Is
God,
that
you-
all
He's doing to me.
Huh?
Is that all he's doing?
Yes. You also have to make a strength save.
Okay, I will make a strength save.
Does it pass?
It needs to be a 17 or a higher.
Well, then
Yo,
no.
that is a DC right there.
You are now knocked prone.
I'm also gonna have to make a con save for my
There you go. You make that at
far
least.
step.
Oh, I'm sorry. Because I'm rolling through D&D Beyond and it's kind of fucky. It was a 21 and a 15. So the lowest was a 15.
A 15?
A 15 doesn't hit, boys.
Yeah.
All right.
Yo, let's go.
Give yourself
Let's
your health
fucking
back.
go.
Sorry about that. But that. It is now your turn. Actually, Temperance.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah, it
no, you
sure
just
is,
wait.
huh?
She just
Wait.
went.
Yeah, she just did
Yeah.
How?
Yes.
Did he do
It was a legendary
action?
action from
Yes.
Kirill.
Oh, okay, that's what it
used
was. All right, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, I got confused by the turn order again. Nora, then it is your turn.
Okay. Wait, where did you go?
Oh, that's right. You can't see back there.
Yeah.
Anderson with his 45 movement.
Yeah, I'm just kind of floundering, so I guess I'll just go like there, kind of see if I can find him, follow the noise.
Yeah, you actually, without having to use your movement speed to go check down there, you would have heard him yell. The cave would have echoed enough for you to know that he came from the southern area, yelling that there's been a change of leadership. You would have noticed that for sure.
Okay.
Alrighty. I assume that ends Honora's turn.
Nothing else I can do.
I mean, you didn't use even half of your movement. Unless...
Yes, I did.
Oh, you only have... What's your movement speed?
25.
Oh, 25? Okay. All right.
Went down the stairs and then back up again. That's all my... That's bonus action move.
Okie dokie. Alrighty. Remise.
Oh boy, I don't like the fact that he's hitting her, so we are going to. Oh god. I'm gonna move deeper away. My movement speed is 30 feet. That direwolf just north of where I plan on moving, is that an allied direwolf or is that a opposing direwolf?
They're not color coordinated, unfortunately.
Bastards. Organize your fighting shit.
Yeah, this is a mess. Just a sprawling battle of just gnashing teeth everywhere.
Cool. All right, so I'm gonna move over there, and then I'm gonna take 2 longbow shots at Kirill, and then I will bonus action longbow shot at him as well.
Okay.
So 17 to hit.
Okay.
14, 26.
Alrighty. Yeah, those both hit.
17 and the 26 hit, not the 14.
Oh yeah, I didn't see the 14. Yes, the 14 does not. 17 just hits. 14 does not. 26 hits. So a total of 14 points of piercing damage.
And with the first hit, I'm going to. Where's it at? The. Not the dread ambusher. Where's it at? God blessed son of a bitch. It's the favored foe.
Okay.
Right there. So I'm going to give up the whatchamacallit, Zephyr Strike. So now I don't. I will take attack of opportunities from anybody that I move within.
Okay.
And that last one, at least, I will say, will do a D4.
Okay.
So an extra 1 point of damage.
Alrighty, he's looking pretty hurt at this point, though.
Okay.
There's still a lot of combat left. So with Radovan still potentially or not going to make it on, we'll go ahead and stop at after Anderson's turn, and that'll take us to. Yeah, we'll pick up on Kirill next time.
Okay.
Honora, did you want anything? Or I'm sorry, Remise, were you going to do anything else with your movement or anything?
Nope, that's all I can do at that point.
Alrighty, Honora, did you want Radovan to do anything besides just come up close to you and snuggle?
No, I wanted wanted him to stone shape a hole so that she could get out of her cage.
Okay. Yeah. You're free to do that. Whose cage are you only doing? Zulika's cage?
I believe he can only do 5 feet at a time.
Okay, so yeah. How is it? It's
Here's
a
the
5 foot
spell.
cube.
You touch a stone object of medium size or smaller, or a section of stone more than 5 feet in any dimension, and form it into any shape that suits your purpose. For example,
Okay. Um, what is it? So, for example, you could shape a large rock into a weapon, idol, or coffer to make a small passage through a wall, as long as the wall is less than 5 feet thick. You can also shape stone door to its frame, 2 hinges. Okay.
yeah, she's gonna try to make a hole so she could climb out.
Yeah. Well,
If that works.
yeah. Basically, what you're going to have to do is take that 5 foot cube and then shape it into something on the outside of the cage that would allow her to do that. But I'll say, spending a 4th level spell, I'll say you're able to do that, and she's able to get small enough to get underneath and be free. Good use of the spell. And then Anderson.
Okay, so seeing that these guys are not aggressive to me, I'm gonna continue to make my way through this cave. Gonna use the first like 45 feet. I crap. Where did that go again? That was here. There. Okay. Can get right there. Now, as I'm approaching the other werewolves, they're also not coming at me, right?
They don't see you at this point. They are continuing charging down.
Okay. I assume getting past them is out of the question. If so, that's fine. I'll just take the stairs.
You can certainly try. I'm gonna say that, like, yeah, they're kind of running, but if you find a way to kind of squeeze in between them, I mean, they're definitely slender. They're not full 5 feet wide. I would say if they're friendly, you will be able to pass through, but if they're not, you'll find out pretty quick.
Okay. Um. You know, let's just take the stairs for right now. So 35 moving will give me. So that I'm gonna dash. By the way,
Okay.
35 will get me there. And can I jump down?
Yeah, you absolutely can. It's just shy of 10 feet up.
Okay.
So no fall damage. You do a kick-ass roll as you get to the bottom, though.
Yeah. Oh, and I did with my Crimson Rite. I did forget to take the damage. Let me do that really quick. Okay, 4 damage from the Crimson Rite on the weapon. Okay, and 5 more feet of movement there. Okay. So as I'm kind of getting to like the back of where all the action is, I can see everything kind of sprawled out before me. Right?
Yeah, you can just see a pile of, wolves, werewolves. Some people transformed back into their human after they had fell. Some still in wolven form as they're, or just werewolves, period, as they're laying on the ground, blood pretty much everywhere. This is a messy fight. Slashes are leaving streaks of blood smeared onto the ground. Like, it is nasty.
Follow-up question, can I see Kirill?
No.
Okay. That's fine. So I am just holding this like flaming greatsword, and will shout out, Kirill! Kirill, where are ya? Why don't you come meet a real werewolf?
Alrighty. We'll pick up with that additional taunting next time.
Womp womp.
That's very fair.